Plaza, Grillin and Chillin. Big thanks to our friends over at IKEA for hooking us up with all this incredible furniture and decor.
This is fantastic. You know, at Thanksgiving, you have the Butterball hotline to answer all your cooking questions. Well, have we got a resource for you, because all of your summer grilling questions can now go to Food 52's hotline. Operator and Chef Justin Sullivan is here with a couple tips and tricks in answering all your questions that you have when it comes to grilling this summer. Justin, thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely. Welcome to summer.
Oh my gosh, welcome to summer.
And what a welcome it is.
Yeah, right?
You are a busy human being. You're answering folks' grilling questions.
Yeah.
Do you have that at the top of your resume?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And speaking of Thanksgiving, like I answer all year long. On Thanksgiving, I was walking away from the dinner table answering people's questions about turkey.
Oh my goodness.
That's so
and I'm going to be doing
Give the
that.
guy a break, all right? He wants to enjoy some of these meals as well.
Yeah, and what's the most common grilling question you get?
There's a bunch, and I think honestly the first big question is what meat that you should use, because people give you all types of tips, tricks, hacks on how to cook the best steak.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the most important thing is having high quality beef. For me, that means grass-fed and grass-finished.
We said it. We said it. We said it.
It just has like a deeper and more complex flavor, and it tastes beefier, right?
Okay.
And it can be sometimes hard to find at the meat counter, so you can head on over to the refrigerated meat section. Today we're using Pre-Brands premium beef.
Okay. Now, it also matters the cut of the beef that we're working with here. You can't give me tips if you don't know what the materials are that I'm working with.
Absolutely. And there's a different cut for like every occasion.
Okay.
If you're new to grilling steak, you want to save a couple bucks, you could use sirloin. That's a little bit leaner, but it's going to take to marination really, really well.
Interesting.
It's going to add flavor, and it's also going to tenderize the meat. We use that with these carne asada tacos over there.
And what are they marinated in?
That's like some guajillo pepper, some lime, some chipotles and adobo, so it's a little spicy, but it's really, really good.
All right, take me through this, because I'm marinating steak right now. How long do I have to marinate that for?
You shouldn't go too long. Marinades can actually break down the proteins within steak, so
Don't leave it in there for like 24 hours.
Yeah. I wouldn't go, like, honestly, longer than 8 hours.
Okay.
Honestly.
8 hours.
The ribeye is my favorite cut. Pretty forgiving?
Yes, forgiving, and also is just like, if you want the steak to be the star, you want to go for ribeye and strip. They're larger, they have more marbling, a little bit more flavor. I think they're grilled up super well, nice and simply with salt and pepper. You can cut them on a bias. I like serving them with some grilled scallions. That's like my favorite
I'm sorry,
thing.
cut them on a what?
On a bias. That's like 45-degree angle.
See? I'm learning here.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes it fan out really nice. You're going to seem a lot fancier than you are when you do it.
And we eat with our eyes first. Yeah, I love it.
And also, the grilled scallions help to make you feel a little bit fancier.
Good.
Literally just olive oil, salt, and pepper, throw that on the grill, and it looks like you thought about it really deeply.
Does your family come to your house for every single meal?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you prefer then to have it under your responsibility, or are you okay delegating?
I love cooking for other people. It's my favorite way to show love.
Anytime you want to cook for us,
we are
fantastic.
ready.
I will.
So if beef, as we mentioned, grass-fed, organic, or whatever you can afford, I mean, it can be pricey. So what are some of the cuts that are more budget-friendly for a family? And some families, you know, I go to my sister's house, we're rolling 10 deep.
Yeah. So sirloin is definitely great for that, but also you can do things like kebabs, which help to stretch the steak a little bit farther, cook for more people. But when you see them in the store, it's often with like that fist-sized piece of beef right on there. Two things are going to happen when you do that. Number one, you're going to have to like take it off the skewer and cut it with a fork and knife. Not very cookout friendly.
The purpose,
exactly. Also, it's going to cook, the steak itself cooks more slowly than the veg. So the veg is going to be burnt or mushy while your steak is just coming up to temp. So you're going to want to do it yourself, and then you can have it nice and actually bite-sized. Slap it right on the grill.
Unbelievable.
I know we want to keep that flavor in. How do we get that perfect sear so that you know you get that wonderful cut and you get it cooked to the temperature you want?
Big thing is high temperature. I think people can be a little bit afraid of doing that.
Terrified.
But when you use a grill and you drop the lid, that kind of creates an oven. So not only are you getting those direct flames, but it's kind of going to cook the inside along with the exterior of the meat.
All right, so how do I get that sear on the outside and make sure it's still cooked through without making it well done?
You call his hotline.
Yeah, first of all, that. But also, you maybe have heard it like that you only flip your steak once, right? It's actually a myth. It's kind of counterintuitive.
Really?
But flipping your steak more often is going to lead to a more even cook. It'll cook a little bit more quickly and a better sear.
I love this.
all of these old wives' tales that are out there. I love it.
Justin Sullivan. Thank you for your service.
Of course, absolutely.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Hit him up. It's his job. Grilling questions online at food52.com/hotline.
Absolutely.
Can I call you with a non-food question?
I'll give you my personal line.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back.